Hey, Jason here at ConveYour, and I want to introduce you to Teams. This is a hot new update. People use Teams because number one, it gives a better texting experience for the end user, whether it's a sales rep, a learner, or an employee. Number two, it gates your content better. Maybe you've got people that are users on your team and you don't want them messing up what you've already created. And then finally, it cleans up the entire experience. Now, let's get started. Better texting experience. First of all, if I go over here to settings in this account and I look at my users, I have all these different texting numbers. And so anytime somebody wants to text in, if they text in to try to get a hold of Steven, Steven has a texting number. But if Steven needs me to reply, then I have a number. And if I reply, then they're going to get a new text from me instead of Steven. And so it makes it really busy. Well, imagine when you've got 1,500 new reps and they're all texting in, you want them to have one consistent experience. So with the upgrade to Teams, your entire team has a phone number. And so anybody on that team who replies, it's going to feel to the end user like one consistent messaging, and you don't have to swap numbers and all that. The second is, again, gating content. And what I mean by that, again, is making sure that people don't mess up your content. And so here's what I mean. Let's just look at a team. So you could break it up by your divisions inside the company, internal team, sales, marketing, and onboarding. You can break it up by division and location, or you can just give a arbitrary name like somebody's specific team. And what this does is it allows each team to only see the content that's on their team. So when we go to lessons over here for the marketing team, there are no lessons here because they haven't created it. But if I change over here to the sales team, you're going to see that the sales team has their own content and the two don't have to mix. Now, here's another amazing thing about this is that when you go over here to settings and you select your teams right here, when you actually go into a team, you can also gate the contacts. Only the certain contacts for that group are in it. You can also assign specific users and a specific texting number, but that's not all. There's also this amazing thing here, which is that when we go back and we look at our users, I can invite somebody as a guest user. So Howard Tannen here is a guest user, and I can set permissions for Howard Tannen where he has full access to campaigns, but he doesn't have access to lessons. And you know what that would do is maybe Howard is responsible for releasing the content, but not the creator of a content. Or maybe you want to do it the other way where you have a subject matter expert, an SME, and that person will create the lessons, but they really don't need to release any lessons. So you give them no access to campaigns because maybe you have one specific person who can do that. So this is an amazing thing that really gates content and keeps people from messing with other content in the team. Which leads us to the final point. Maybe not the best benefit, but one of the amazing things that you're going to see right away is let's go over to campaigns on this account that does not have multiple teams, but it has multiple people in it. Look at all the campaigns that are out. There's so much stuff that's currently running, and Teams cleans up your content. Likewise, when we go over to lessons, look at all the folders, look at all the lessons that we've created on this account. This is an internal account. There's so much content in here that moving to Teams cleans up the experience. Again, you jump over here to Teams, and let's go over to the sales team, and we'll look at the sales team's campaigns, which I've already showed you. There's only 2 here, but if we jump over to the onboarding team and we look at theirs, there are 8 here, and the 2 aren't mixing. So that's the benefit of Teams. If you need Teams, if you see this and go, oh my goodness, I want that, it's hot, let us know and we will nail this down for you and get you converted over to Teams. I am Jason at ConveYour. If you have any other questions, feel free always to reach out to us at support@conveyor.com.